Hey, Blake Scarlevi here, and I've got another quick pro tip for you related to Power Automate. So this is around the select action, which is under the data operation category. So this is one thing that isn't documented with the select action, and it's a little known secret that could potentially be useful. So here's the documentation for the select action and how to use it. So it talks about leveraging it to transform the shape of objects in an array. So basically, you pass in an array of objects, and for example, let's say it's has first and last properties in that object. Well, you could within the select action, you could kind of transform that array of objects. So we could instead of saying first, we can make it first name, capital F, capital N. We could do family name instead of last. And then we could also add another property as well. And in this case, they're adding full name, which is putting the two values first and last together. So it's the ability to transform an object into the way you would like it. So let's say you're pulling data from some other connector, some other system, and it's not exactly how you want to uh, output it. So you can use a select to kind of transform it. So that works really well. So here it shows you can how to do it. You're mapping, you're adding a new property, first name, family name, full name, etc., and what those values should be, and then it spits out that result, your new array of objects. So we have a sample built here, something similar. We're using ID, first name, last name. We're passing in that array into the select. And in this case, we're just mapping first name. We're just making it all lowercase, mapping it to first name in this array. And then if we run it, it looks something like this. So we're passing in ID, first name, last name, but now we're just only outputting the first name and it's all lowercase. So we can kind of transform the way we want it. So that is all great and works and everything. Uh, but the one thing that's not documented is what we could also do is instead of outputting an array of objects, we could just output the value. So let's say we only care about the first names. Um, so here in the select, what we could do, uh, it defaults to this mode, which is called like map mode. Well, there's this toggle button where we can switch it to text mode. So we click that, and here we just define, um, or no, here it switches it to what I had, which was mapping. So it uses a JSON there to map it. But instead, we could just put the field we want, in this case, first name. So here we just need to write that expression, which is item, and then the first name property there. So click OK. So we're only putting in the value for first name. And then we're going to save this. And then also, so this would just give us an array of first names. So it'd be John and Jane. But say we wanted to concatenate it, we could then pass that into the join, concatenate it by a comma or whatnot, and that would give us a string of concatenated values. So that's kind of one use case for this. So let's run this real quick. All right, so in the select, we should see here's our ID, first name, last name. And so instead of making an object by just putting that value in there, now we just have an array of values. And then to take it one step further, if we need to, say we don't want an array, we just want a concatenated string, then we can leverage join, concatenate it with comma. So we're going to get John, comma, Jane. And that was my use case, was to get a comma separated string versus an array. So this is one way you could do it with the select. And leverage less actions to make your flow run faster. So hope that was useful for you. Hope you learned something new, and thanks for watching.